got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression. It's all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the.
Welcome back to another episode of the Problems on Problems podcast. I am your host, Mike Santee, and that was a very aggressive welcome back, to which I apologize. Y'all don't deserve that. So, a couple disclosures. I don't know. It's on YouTube. What are the rules? I don't know why my voice sounds like this. It could just be too much pool water, lake water, bodies of water. Just, there could be, I'm going to say there's too many flips in the pool. A lot of pool water in my sinuses right now. Because we had a great Labor Day weekend. And on that note, happy Friday. I hope you guys had a great Labor Day weekend. I hope if you did have a good Labor Day weekend that this week or work week was also shorter because of it. If not, I hope this work week wasn't that bad. Yeah, no, we always wish that. I hope it wasn't that bad. I hope all weeks that you don't enjoy go by super just happy Friday. We're going to go with that. Happy Friday. It's been a long weekend and it's also been a great one. The title of today's episode, this week's episode makes, it'll make a little bit more sense once I get there, but we'll start off with the fact that we're going self-growth, self-change, self-reflection, therapy. Y'all don't need to worry about that. But so in this whatever phase of life we're in, Mike got he was in his feels for a little bit. If you didn't know, or if you couldn't tell, check out last week's semi-depressing story about letting go. Not even a story, just rant about letting go. So if you want to check that up into, what direction? This direction. Up here, by all means, go watch Mike's talk about letting go, which is, you know what? It was good advice for me, at least. Hopefully it was good advice for you. If not, sorry. But yes, no new friends. So while I was in my feels and all that stuff, that point in time where you're just like, I hate everything that makes people happy. Or I hate everything that makes happy. That's a better sentence. Mainly because I was being a baby, and I wasn't processing my emotions correctly, so I was just upset. And in that upsetness, is that a word? I don't think it is. Let's find out in the post edit, Mike. What you got for me? Is upsetted a word? I don't know where this is going anymore, but let's try and rein it back in. I was in this mindset of no new friends just because I was like, you know what? My circle's good enough. My group or groups of friends, they're fine where they need to be. I don't need anybody new in my life. And a new friend, ironically enough, was like fake supporting me in this, but he really was just, I guess he had other ideas in the back of his head. So this friend, we're going to name him South End Ken. And really, this is more so just because we're going to pay you a compliment and then we're just going to shorten your nickname anyways. But South End Ken has become a good friend of mine. Dude is dope. Lives in South End, which is a neighborhood in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I live. And giving you too much information. But yeah, so South End Ken lives in South End. It's not that hard to put the pieces together. But for the rest of the story, we're just going to call him South End because it's a lot easier. It's 2 syllables. Y'all don't need this, okay? Y'all got enough on your plate for a Friday. Let's give you a quick story and keep it moving. So South End Ken introduces me to a couple of his group. Let's call it that. And Mike, being the super cheery, open person that he is, I was like, yeah, let's go meet these people. And it was great. Like, they were, that overused statement when people are like, yeah, last night was a movie. It was a movie in the sense that, like, all the people that you wouldn't run into normally in life, you were then thrown into a night together because of some mutual connections, and it ends up being a super dope time. And I am slightly upset that I said super dope like that, but let's keep it moving. So fast forward a couple weeks later, we're going to say South End Friends invite your boy out again. You know what? It's been 6 episodes since saying your boy. We're going to be okay. But yeah, they invited me out, and I was like, sure, why not? Because in this new phase of life that I'm in, why say no to things when you don't know what you're passing on? So, hey, last week, here's life lessons. Here we go. Put it all together in a bow. That's not how you tie bows. But yeah, you take last week being one of those things where I was like, yeah, you got to learn to let go and all that stuff and blah, 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 which you still have to learn to let go. And that's like an ongoing process. And then you get to this week, and I hope these are the right hands on camera, but then you get to this week and it's all about like not letting opportunities pass you by because you're closed off. Okay. Be open to opportunities. So I said, yeah, let's do it. And it ended up being like one of the most fun days, on the lake. Even though some of the group bailed, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Especially if you're watching this is that much more entertaining. You know who I'm talking about. It's you. You bailed. But that being said, it was still a great time on the boat. I got this scar. You want to see my scars? Yeah. Oh, right there. So there's pontoons, not the best idea to go underneath the pontoons. You should really treat it like it's all one piece, because sometimes pieces like to get you. Yeah, nothing like going underneath, taking the shortcut to the ladder, coming up and having about 5 people tell you, hey, you're bleeding, only to look down and see blood just like rushing down your arm as if like you just got shanked by a mermaid. I really hate that reference, but we're going to keep going with it. But yeah, something like that. Luckily enough, there was a nurse on board. Thank you for that. You also know who you are. And, oh yeah, the friend that had the bandage, good for you. Well done. I don't know if the rest of us provided anything to the situation. I will say that I remembered or was reminded that when you've had a few too many adult beverages, your blood thins out a little bit and it likes to flow, which that's what it was doing. But it was all right. We had a great day at the lake, and it was just one of those things like, the ride back to the dock where it's just like the sun is starting to go down, you're tired, you're feeling all the stuff, the wind's rushing through your face, and you're just like, man, this is amazing. And then I found out that these people are built different. And by built different, Mike ain't no endurance athlete. And to better say that, Mike is not an endurance athlete. I might be like a mid-distance guy when it comes to weekends. I'll stay up late and all that stuff. I might not sleep that much, but the sheer consumption of everything this weekend, props to you guys. Like, bravo. Y'all are great. Y'all are killing the game, honestly. And to be able to be like such sweet and nice people and everything. I got adopted by this couple that are now my parents. I basically look like their kid anyways, from the future. And then all these other friends, and not friends, all these other people that I met, they're great. South End people, you're dope. I guess, yeah, this group of people that I'm talking about, you guys are great. I really got to find some more adjectives because you're funny, you're sweet. Oh my gosh, these people. 2-second disclaimer. Mike, if you know me for any longer than 5 minutes, and I feel like if you're watching podcast or me on podcasts, at this point, self-confidence is not a thing that I lack. And some of you might be thinking, how can someone with absolutely no proof or supporting evidence be that confident? And I'll tell you, I don't know. fake it till you make it. But no, I mean, on a deep level, know your worth. On a shallow level, yo, you just got to do it, man. And so I say that because these people as a collective group of friends might be the most attractive group of like young 20-something friends that I've met as an outsider. Like normally, here we go. Normally, Mike hangs around attractive people. And I hate myself for saying that. But yeah, no, this group, holy cow. And because I know some of you guys are going to be watching this and everything like that, I mean it. Y'all are, I don't know how you'd rank up in New York, just because I don't know what the talent is, but like you guys are like Charlotte 9s and 10s. Like, you are. So keep doing your thing. I mean, keep being attractive and like working out and eating healthy and all that stuff. And I'll just be there for the comedic relief. Don't worry about it. But yeah, golly. Everyone, like the guys, the girls, it was annoying how good looking some of these guys were, where I was like, bro, how? Like there's no way. There's absolutely no way, but there was a way. And then, don't get me started. Mike, you got yourself started, so you need to move on. But yeah, y'all are awesome. Thank you for giving me like a dope weekend. Back home. Props to you guys on whatever it is that you guys do to be able to do that for the entire weekend, because Sunday night rolled around and your boy was struggling. We're just gonna be honest. Yeah, we were just straight struggle city. And there ain't nothing to it, you know? But yeah, all in all, it basically dawned on me that South End came over to me when I was sitting at the bar talking to this new collective group of people, and he says, "Hey, I know you said no new friends, but I figured you could at least meet like 15 more." And so, yeah, no new friends until I meet you, and then new friends. We're just gonna say, we'll see. Keep your. There's no good quote for that. But with that being said, yeah, hopefully your Labor Day weekend was like, that it was fun, that you did some things, did some bits, doing bits. We're going to get that put on a shirt eventually, especially because I don't know who did this. One of y'all named the rest of y'all, like the POP gang, not the POP gang, the POP gang, Problems on Problems. I will see how that goes. But I could, insert that clip, you know exactly the clip I'm talking about. POP, all of that. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. But with that, we need to talk about a couple of announcements for things coming up before we kind of start getting into the second half of the show. But what are my announcements? Listen, don't spend all day in the sun. It does bad things to your brain, obviously. But yeah, so upcoming announcements, Mike Santi. I've got an upcoming collab with the other podcast that I did, Questionable Content. I shot like a Cribs-esque video, but there were some things, it was just better to do some cross-platform stuff, and it's on the same platform. So yeah, just some collabing with Questionable Content. So there will be a Cribs episode that is a Problems on Problems Questionable Content collab that'll come out soon. That way you guys can understand more of the studio. Yeah, Questionable Content Studio, aka Mike's apartment. Which, another thing, you boys got mad decor skills, yo. And I say that from a verified source for people that have been in my apartment. apparently. And hopefully, like, you guys will see that in the video. A couple things have changed from the video. So I know that, first of all, there were no ambient lights behind the couch or anything like that. Or there wasn't any, like, accent lighting. This big thing behind me, Bank of America Corporate Center. Shout out to Cody Hughes. Again, the neighbor hooking it up. Had a really great sale on this piece. It's a 50 by 60, and it has a full moon behind it with the Bank of America Corporate Center lit up red, white, and blue. But yeah, homie hooked it up. And so we got a new piece from, supporting local artists, because that's what we do. But really, that is what we do. Support your local artists. Buy their stuff. Buy their clothes. It's a community, guys. Support the community. But yeah, after that, the desk is completely different. So I used to have a small little table, but as quarantine started extending more and more, I needed a space that could handle my work setup for what I do in my day job, and then could handle or have a space for the editing bay is basically what I call it. Editing bay is B-A-Y, not B-A-E. Did that need clarification? Who knows? But yeah, so the desk setup is a little bit different. Outside of that, the bathroom might have some extra art. I might have bought a couple things, but it's basically, that's really it. Lighting, backdrop, and desk. Those are the only things that are different in the video. So maybe there'll be a part 2, probably not until I move into a new house. But yeah, so there's that. This week, are we going to do this week? Yeah, let's do it. This week I'm going to post the Q&As for the divorce episode part 2. That is where I just answer all of your questions. Some of them I'm going to be taking from the comment section that some comments that I've had turned off, some DMs that I've received about like what happened afterwards kind of thing, where you're at now, because you couldn't tell over the last 6 episodes where I'm at now. But yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff, I guess, that has changed that I'll we'll put it out there so you guys can ask whatever questions you want. And that way you have what happened, the life after, and then we close the chapter on this and we keep talking about ridiculous stuff. But yeah, so be on the lookout for the divorce episode Q&A. And then we'll kind of just go from there. But yeah, so I'll be right back. And we're back with my second favorite segment of the show, which is your Friday food debate. Pew, pew, pew. I already have an animation. I don't need to do like sound effects and stuff like that, but we're still going. So last week we asked you guys, when it came to some tortillas, would you go corn or flour? And I want to say I found out a lot about the followers demographic that I have when I got this answer. And it's really because flour tortillas won with 71% of votes. Which, I mean, hey, I get it. Like, some days you just need something a little bit sturdier, but like, I'm trying to get that authentic taco. Like the Taco Chronicles tacos and out there. And to me, it just hits different when it's a corn tortilla. Now, if you're going to go like American taco, yeah, flour all day kind of thing. So per usual, it is a depends question, but for me in my current state, just so you'll know where I stand, I'm trying to get as authentic as possible. And if you give me some corn tortillas and oh my god, some carne asada and yeah, thick boys. All right, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, thick boys. So yeah, last week flour tortillas won with 71% of the vote. Whoa, hello. This week we still are trying to kill fruit flies. I did buy this like construction strength, I guess, like fly killer drain thing. So we'll see how that goes. But this week, something that has been bothering me for a while. And if you've known me for a while, you know this comes up at least like once a year. But this week's Friday food debate is a hot dog a sandwich? I don't want to say too many things that like sway your vote one way or the other. I'm just saying that, like, for argument's sake, I don't think that it can be its own thing. Like, in the sense that, you know how they like lump burgers and sandwiches and stuff like that sometimes together. I don't think that blah, 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 hot dogs. I don't think hot dogs should be kind of in their own category, but I'm not quite sure which way they should go. So is a hot dog a sandwich? Don't forget to answer in the comments, answer in the Instagram polls. I don't know why I pointed up there. There's no link to a poll. Maybe there's going to be a link, but anyways, check out the Problems on Problems podcast Instagram page, Mike Santi 18 for the Instagram poll. That way you guys can let me know. And I might also have a second side of that, of like a defend your reason kind of thing. That way we know what's kind of going on in people's heads, because you learn a lot from this question. But yeah, so that's Friday Food Debates, which takes us to oh man, there it is. It wouldn't be a Problems on Problems episode without at least one car noise, and we got it today, guys, because it doesn't matter when I record, there's gonna be a fast car that goes by, because maybe they're overcompensating for something. I don't know. If you got a fast car, that's your thing. Cool. But yeah, so the segment that we're trying to get to, that for some reason Mike gets derailed every time, is the Friday Follows. And the business today is none other than Gilded Images. For those of you that don't know, it's run by the homie Berto. And it's just not just one of those things. Man is doing bits. There it is. Put it up top, doing bits. But yeah, he's just out here going full into photography and everything like that. He's been killing the game, especially since going full time into it. And you can really see that kind of those shoots and that progress be made, as if the man needed any progress. The pictures are dope. All right. And he's like doing crazy things. But also with that, check him out on the Questionable Content episode of his that will air in a few weeks. We'll put the date here. Yeah, his release date we're going to put here of the Questionable Content episode. But yeah, man, he's killing it. So, and the photography game is just out here doing the thing, especially with all these artists in Charlotte. So follow the boy, Gilded Images. You know what to do. The individual that we're going to shout out today is none other than Chris Rodarte, which he runs Rodarte's Corner on Instagram. It is another photography page where, gosh, anything and everything. You want to see food, you want to see like fashion shoots, you want to see location shots kind of thing. He's got it all. So props to you, man. Again, also Vin Diesel. But yeah, also doing bits. Keep doing your thing. Keep moving it forward. Keep blessing up. I don't even know what that means anymore. I'm just trying to tell you to keep doing your thing. Like, I appreciate the work that you do, and I love watching the success. So keep doing your thing, man. But with that, guys, honestly, the last thing I'm going to leave you with is that, like, I want to hear from you guys. There are I was going to start off that sentence completely not cool. But yeah, I'm sure that I'm not the only one experiencing problems. And I kind of want to hear yours. So if there are embarrassing stories, life lessons that you learned, anything like that, leave them in the DMs, leave them in the comments, because I want to hear your problem, because if anything, it'll make it seem like we're all in this together. Cue the High School Musical music. Gotta love it. But yeah, guys, send all your stories, everything like that, to Problems on Problems. I am Mike Santi. You can follow me on Instagram at Mike Santi 18. Actually, on all social medias at Mike Santi 18. The Problems on Problems podcast. Follow us at Problems on Problems podcast on Instagram, at Problems_pod on Twitter, because yeah, that's also a noise. But yeah, guys, with that, have a great week. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing bits. Keep grinding. Keep pushing. Love y'all. And I'll see you next week.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems, I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. A phone in affection, I summon and dub it.